is helping them accomplish their goal, which really is a global public-private fascist movement and fusion of big government, big tech, big money to create a technocratic ruling elite, which conveniently is them. And really, Laura, if you want to look at a different way, too, with the World Economic Forum, they want to create feudalism 2.0, in which we are serfs and they are the lords ruling over us. You'll have nothing and be happy is one of the things that comes out of Davos. That's what they're aiming for. They're aiming for feudalism in which we are serfs and we should be happy that they are ruling over us.
Okay, folks, we have something kind of interesting here. The WEF, who popularized themselves with the great villain Dr. Evil and his little outfit. This is how rich people work. They surround themselves, they buffer themselves from reality. And then the next thing you know, they're dressing up in outfits. Let's see, Klaus Schwab outfit. Here it is. Professor Klaus Schwab in his outfit of evil. Here it is right here. Let me show it to you. Okay, there it is. There's his little outfit of evil. Right there, right above my head, man. And yeah, remember that? His Dr. Evil outfit, which is basically just like, here, Satan, I'm going to dress up for you today. I found an outfit you're just going to love. And voila, we get Dr. Evil right here. So in any case, you know, they're getting found out. They're super powerful. It's true. But I think they're a hollow shell type thing. I think they could crumble easily because I actually believe that underneath it all, there's just a lot of shady stuff. Remember, people who declare that morals are all relative and there is no good and evil, that's just a convenient ethics to run with, to be able to do whatever the hell you want. It's just so inconvenient to have a morality that says, maybe you shouldn't do this. Maybe there is a good and evil. Maybe there is a needle on ethics here, folks. So let me get right down to brass tacks. So yeah, Congress summons WEF affiliated Media Alliance co-founder over demonetization scandal. So under congressional scrutiny, GARM founder, remember this is the name, I've heard of these dudes. So yes, they are very closely linked to the WEF. So the GARM co-founder, and I'll tell you what that means, the co-founder Robert Rakowitz is summoned to explain alleged antitrust activities and the targeted exclusion of conservative media from advertising revenue. Yeah, and I think this stems from some stuff that happened at Twitter. Lots of stuff has happened at Twitter, and lots of stuff has been revealed thanks to Elon Musk's purchase of Twitter. Is Elon Musk perfect? No. Is Twitter perfect? Hell no. But it's a lot better than what we had previous to his ownership of it. It was horrible. So the U.S. Congress would like to have a word with Robert Rakowitz. Sounds like a communist. Co-founder of the Global Alliance, for Responsible Media. Anytime you see a global thrown in there, or allyship, or alliance, you know these assholes are laundering money. And they are screwing everybody over, and they love to censor. This organization has ties to the World Economic Forum. The questions being raised here concern suspicion that coordinated targeting of conservative media was organized in order to deprive them of advertising revenue. It was. So GARM is an initiative established by the WEF, blah, 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 in 2019, to then be promoted as a key project in WEF's platform for shaping the future of media. No, shaping the narrative. That's what it should be. The platform for shaping the narrative to propagate and prop us up, make us sound great, and make sure that you eat crickets or cricket burgers the rest of your lives. So shaping the future of media, entertainment, and culture, apparently. And now the House Judiciary Committee. Oh, does that include culture? Does that include Christianity? I don't think it does. Does that involve other points of view other than liberalism and global world order? No, hell no. Can I talk about guns, culture? Can I talk about the history of guns? No. Freedom of speech? Hell no. So, and now the House Judiciary Committee wants Rakowitz to clarify the role of both the WFA and GARM as part of the ongoing investigation into collusion to suppress conservative outlets. Boy, if there's a conspiracy ever going on, it sure is the globalist side. They always, the first thing they say, you're a bunch of conspiracy theorists, and then 6 months later, all that stuff ends up being true anyway. Now, what did George Carlin say about this? He says, whenever you're accused of conspiracy theory, you can't always come back with, no, it's not a conspiracy theory, it's a convergence of interests. And that is what some of these groups actually just simply are. It comes together over several decades, and the next thing you know, they're like, hey, we're all on the same plane here. We all want to censor people. We want everybody to eat crickets except us. We want our own steaks. But we're not going to do that. We want everybody to adhere to climate change policy, not us. I mean, we're going to keep our planes and boats. I digress. In this case, the concern is that the collusion involved antitrust behavior, as various industry giants teamed up to damage financial interests of other entities for political reasons. Rakowitz, what a name, is asked to appear voluntarily for a transcribed interview, according to a letter committee chairman Jim Jordan dispatched last Friday. I am getting a little tired of these harshly worded letters. Appear voluntarily? Well, I guess we'll see then. This is why Congress, they do certain things, but in the end, then you're like, oh, wait, this doesn't really have any teeth. So basically it says, please show up to this thing to schedule your transcribed interview. So it's a transcribed interview. Okay, well, anyway, I'm not going to read that whole letter, but it's voluntary, apparently. He writes that given his role at the GARM, Rakowitz is privy to unique and specialized information that will advance the committee's oversight and inform legislative reforms. Okay, we got it. The committee's interest in this Rakowitz and his media manipulation arm of the globalist system stems from documents it has already obtained, which another letter said demonstrated that the Daily Wire itself, but also Fox News and Breitbart, were all targeted because of their editorial slant. GARM is suspected as facilitating via brand safety advice corporations like Unilever, Procter & Gamble, and MasterCard and Mars, among others on the organization's steering committee, cutting advertising ties with those disfavored in the current political climate in the U.S. This is believed to have been happening all under the guise of reducing misinformation and fake news. And GARM's influence is massive, given that it gathers over 60 of the top companies globally when it comes to spending money on advertising, in addition to as many as 35 advertising industry groups. Perhaps the biggest advertising companies of them all, successfully masquerading as social media and search engines, etc., like Google and Facebook, are also involved in GARM. So this is interesting. It's not a huge shocker, and this is kind of a strongly worded letter that is a voluntary thing, I guess. So he can show up if he wants. If he doesn't want to, he doesn't have to. But GARM is essentially, it sounds like just like a gatekeeping system, okay, to go, listen, if all of you guys, if you play into the WEF, we will also protect you with this. If you all give funding to the WEF, we will create an organization that will protect you from governments. It will protect you from oversight. It will, and we will go after those who do not subscribe to your narrative. Okay, so if somebody comes out and disses Procter & Gamble or investigates MasterCard, we will make sure to put misinformation and fake news out there to make sure to mislead the public. And we will also make sure that we censor as well, that we head up all censorship efforts. When you see this type of phrase right here, brand safety. Brand safety at this point has to do with make sure that this narrative protect our brand. But the thing is this is easily abused. We know this is easily abused. I mean, just look at how these organizations work with, like the FDA, for example, or financial committees or the SEC, how they influence these organizations. They actually almost write the plans for them now. And the whole goal is, listen, eventually we want enough regulations for everybody else that we don't have to really have any regulation. Okay? And we will be calling the shots. So it is a gatekeeping group. GARM, if you hear that term float around, beware. It's totally related to Dr. Evil over here. I want to see if there's any comments on this too. Let's see. See if there is. Congress GARM. Let's look up that term. Okay. Bear with me. Okay, Congress GARM. Okay. Okay, so here it is right here. Publicis Media is in the GARM Alliance, just a group. GARM is under investigation by the Congressional Judiciary Committee for steering advertising dollars away from the right, including Elon Musk. The Global Alliance for Responsible Media, so the gatekeepers, okay, the gatekeepers that are there to censor, discredit, spread misinformation, and create fake news themselves. This is what they're also called, the Global Alliance for Responsible Media. So when you hear these terms, they've hijacked these terms, and it actually means, in their world, it means go ahead and use any scummy, underhanded method to divert money away and to also censor conservative outlets. This project is part of the World Economic Forum Shaping the Future. Yeah, wait. It also handles Davos for the WEF. As long as Elon knows where he is coming from, maybe the dude left for a reason. So I guess Elon Musk might have been a part of this at one time. But here you can see agencies. GARM benefits from the active expertise of multiple major holding company media agencies platforms. Many platforms have joined GARM in an effort to facilitate a safe environment for all who use their services. No, it is not. It is absolutely, utterly not. If you know the left by now, and you know the liberal world order, how they work, they will use terms, very corporate, very sanitized terms. And those terms actually are synonymous with abuse. So if they use a term like facilitating a safe environment, that means they will launder, they will do underhanded things, they will censor, they will spread fake news in order to distract and protect their baby, which is their power and their money, of course. So when you start seeing words for, well, it's for their safety, well, it's for your safety, whatever, don't believe them. If you lived through COVID, you would know that by now. But if you did and you still don't understand, I'm sorry for you. 55 global brands and counting have adopted Garmin. So Adidas, AB Beverage, so Bud Light, the company owns Bud Light, T-Mobile, Coke, McDonald's, Shell, Dell, Lego. Yeah, they're super woke anyway. GM, I think. Facebook, YouTube, TikTok. That's obvious because YouTube loves to censor everything in the world. And Procter & Gamble, Philips, Kellogg's, Merck. Of course, Merck. So, man, they've got some massive organization. I can see why these guys have a God complex, because they're like, well, we're BlackRock, organizations like that. We're responsible for $21 trillion in assets worldwide. I can see why they think the way they do. We're like, well, we're essentially God now. So let's see if there's anything else on this. Not currently. It's just a bunch of stuff in Hindu, I think. I don't know. Anyway, thanks for watching, folks. Let me know what you think. I think it's, again, this is a letter to, would you voluntarily come down? But remember, at this point, the only job of the Republicans is just to go, listen, we don't have any teeth to anything that we do. But I think the most they can do right now is just at least lend themselves to exposing as many of these losers as possible, like the GARM, WEF affiliated. We're here to protect your safety. Yeah, sure. So anyway, thanks for watching, folks. Please like if you like the video, and please subscribe, and I'll talk to you later.